FM 94 Paladin here, about to dial Cher from Vixen.
Hey, Paladin.
Hey, Cher, how you doing today?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, man, it's so busy here at the station. It's just a rock and roll time. It's amazing. I'm so glad you could fit me into your schedule today. That makes my day.
Oh, I'm honored, and I apologize. It's been so crazy to make this happen. It's just crazy.
Well, you're a busy musician. I mean, that's the way rock and roll is, I understand.
It does get a little hectic.
Yeah, so it's been a few years since I spoke with you, right around the time Halfway Jam. God, it was 4 or 5 years ago, I think. I was at another station, and I know lots of things have changed for you.
Yes. Many changes, for sure, yeah.
Well, first of all, anything personally going on? Because I found out Janet Gardner went and got married since I talked to her last, so I was wondering.
Well, I'm still married.
Okay, that's good.
No big changes there. We're getting up to a quarter century.
That's amazing.
So we're good.
That's awesome.
I think in rock and roll, I think that's like some sort of record for rockers. It might be.
It's got to be, yeah, definitely. In the band, though, Janet and then Britt both represent some new things going on. Maybe you can tell me how that came about.
Yeah, things happened, things changed. Direction-wise, we wanted to move into more of the classic nostalgia Vixen sound. So we changed guitar players, and we now have Britt Lightning. She's going into her third year with us, I think, now.
Okay.
And we are very happy with her, but it was really cool to see, like, the fans' reactions have just been off the charts. So they're really happy, and they're just like, oh, my gosh, this just sounds so great. And they love how she plays, the classic stuff. And then, of course, we're working on new stuff as well. And then the beginning of this year, Janet wanted to, I think it was just time for a change for her. She wanted to follow her heart. She has a band with her husband, and she also has a lot on her plate schedule-wise, and something had to go. Unfortunately for the fans or whatever, it was Vixen. I think everybody's really happy, She's doing great. She's really happy. And then in that process, we went and got Lorraine Lewis from Femme Fatale as our new lead singer, and we're really happy. And once again, the fans are just telling us in no uncertain terms that they're thrilled with our decision. All in all, it was a good idea.
Well,
everything works out like it's supposed to.
Sounds like everything was amicable with all parties concerned. That's the feel that I have about it.
Definitely. We totally don't want fans to feel like they have to choose. There's not two camps or anything going on like that. We fully support Janet's solo career. I think she's a mega talented singer and wish her nothing but the best. And I think it was very amicable because we've been in a band together for a long time, so we know when one of us isn't happy. At the end of the day, you got to be happy doing what you're doing.
Didn't talk with you about this last time. I was a little in the dark about some of your history, the band's history. I understand there's been several lineup changes since the beginning, but one had to do with one of the founding members passing away, and I didn't know that when I spoke to you last. Do you have anything to share about that?
Yeah. Jan Keeneman is our founding member and guitarist. We had decided to completely reunite the all-original lineup, and then right before we made a press release about that, she called us up and said, I have cancer. And so we put that idea on hold, and then that's when we went ahead with the three of us and Gina on guitar. We had completely made these plans to come together. I'm sure everybody has somebody in their life that's been touched by cancer, so you just can't predict what's going to happen. And everything was going great, and then all of a sudden she took a turn for the worse, and next thing we knew, we'd all had a chance to say goodbye to her, which was amazing. And then she was gone. That's why we have not had our original guitar player. And we carried on with Gina for a while, and then we made the change that we have now. We always feel Jan in every note that we play. She was from Minnesota, and I was from Minnesota, even though, strangely enough, we didn't know each other back there. There's always been that feeling of every time we're on stage, we feel her with us.
Yeah, and the fans supported you coming back together after Jan passed away, as I understand it. They were like,
for sure.
They really wanted you back.
Yes, it became very evident that they were saying, please don't let this legacy die. Please come back and play Vixen. So that was a deciding factor for us as well, big time.
I had a note here that originally it was an all-female high school band in high school, then called Lemon Pepper, changed name to Genesis, then Vixen, then they broke up in 1974, and then reformed, I guess, in 1980. Is that accurate?
It's band history stuff is always a little bit fuzzy. So Jan had a lot of versions of the band, and eventually the really short version is like the Beatles. How many members were in the Beatles before it was the Beatles?
Oh, yeah.
Probably a list as long as your arm. How many people were in the Rolling Stones? Not that I'm them likening us to the Beatles or the Rolling Stones, but, how many members were in this band before it became well known? There was a slew of members, there was a slew of name changes, like any band's history. So eventually the band ended up in LA, and eventually one by one, they all either quit or whatever, something, happened. So it ended up with Jan being the only one from that original vision. So that's how it all ended up in Los Angeles back in the 80s.
Cool. And I guess you were...
Indeed.
You must have been really tight with Lorraine over the years while she was with Femme Fatale.
We've gotten to know her over the past several years. Roxy actually did another project with her called Octopussy, and I did another band with Lorraine as well about 10 years ago called L.A. Nookie. So we've both done things with her, and then, of course, we've seen her on various festivals and stuff like that, and she is just nothing but super fun and very loving on stage, and we feel like she's really delivering the songs in the way that the fans are digging it and appreciating it, and so we're having a good time.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention your upcoming dates, because you have two coming through Minnesota.
Right.
The one Friday at Moondance Jam in Walker, Minnesota. Looks like Rick Springfield, Survivor, and Skillet are also on that bill. And then,
yes,
of course, the huge event, September 21st in Hinckley, Rock Timber. And this is Rock Timber number 7, I believe, right?
I think so, and we're looking forward to both shows big time. I also would be remiss if I didn't say that we are actively working on a new record, so we're hoping to have a brand new album, and we'll put that out next year.
Cool. Do you have a title yet?
We don't, but it's definitely going to be rockin'. I promise you that.
I don't doubt it. Quick plug for your website. I assume website is where they would go to find the record and also tour schedule, and would they be able to get tickets for either of these two shows on there too, or no?
Usually you can find the ticket links on there or on the Facebook page, one or the other or both.
Okay, and what are they real quickly?
The website is vixenofficial.com, vixenofficial.com, and then I believe on Facebook it's just facebook.com/Vixen.
Cool, very cool. Yeah, don't ever just Google Vixen and hit the first link that comes up. Bad choice.
Oh, no.
Awkward.
Yeah. No, honey, really, I wasn't trying. No, that was
I promise I was doing show prep for the interview. Really, it's legit.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, my God, that is the funniest story ever.
Absolutely, yeah. That was a little hard to explain. You had to be there, I suppose.
Yeah, that's great.
So this Friday, Walker, Minnesota, Moondance Jam, and then September 21st in Hinckley. Cher, as always, you're amazing to talk to. I look forward to talking to my good friend Cher very soon.
Oh, thank you, Paladin. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see everybody in Minnesota.
Yeah! Woo!
Yay! Awesome.
Do you have a choice of a Vixen song for me to play next?
Oh, gosh. How about Rev It Up?
Rev It Up. All right. I will make that happen because I'm the Make It Happen man right here on FM 94.
I love it.
Awesome.